What is going on, everybody? Mr. Sullivan Man 504, aka Damon Alvarez, coming at you live with another video. So today we're talking about spiritual frequencies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. So going straight into it, man. Spiritual frequencies, just like the snake. Can feel vibrations with its tongue, so can you naturally feel things, with your spiritual gifts, and they do naturally come in frequencies, maybe like in the beginning, as you start, you may start here, your vibrations start to rise. The important thing is to the important thing is to just naturally take your time and don't rush, because you're going to eventually get there. You're at the point process right now where you're shedding old skin. You feel renewed in who you are and where you're going. You have to remember those frequencies, are going to take you different places. You're going to feel different things. There are a lot of people like, clear this, clear that, psychic this, medium that, and that's all well and good, to describe, the gifts that you have. But, somebody out there has the gift of clairvoyance, I'm getting that you have perfect sight, whoever you are, whenever you watch this, if you want to hit me up, so we can work with that, I'm here for you. But, the stargazer, that's interesting. The central satire. So and that's another thing with the frequencies, so as the snake crawls, on the ground, some snakes are, can go underwater into the sea. But as we are going higher, a lot of us are, stargazers. We are highly in tune with numbers. Some of you deal with your, with your astrological signs. Some of you are deep into astrology, as far as trying to figure things out, trying to figure out, who you are, what's going on, what's naturally going on in the day. Also pay attention to the moon phases and the planetary alignment, the planetary alignments. Those things are going to be very important, moving forward. Just as far as explaining things, says they say, opening up. I'll just say opening the portals or doors of opportunity for you in the near future. I remember that there was a gospel song that says, like it was asking heaven to, open up a window, because he says he's blessing me continuously. So, now you're at the point where, just from heaven opening up that window, just to feel that breeze. So if you're walking and you feel a breeze and you feel like the seasons are changing, know that you are going to be tremendously blessed in your life. Remember, we're talking about spiritual frequencies and time and how things shift, so now it's time for you to make plans. And, now is the time to make plans and actually to get focused, and where you are, so you have to have the tremendous mindset, if you stay stagnant, then, that's naturally what it's going to be. But you need to have some kind of a plan. You need to have a plan of action, moving forward. As your gifts grow, so will you grow, so will other opportunities be presented to you. And that's very, very, very important. And knowing that you are not alone in this, knowing that there are other people that go through what you go through. Some of you are going to be coming into contact. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. I'll say that in the season, beware of, wolf in sheep's clothing, because, people are trendy. They see what's hot and they try to get in on it, in nefarious purposes. So just kind of be, aware of that. Also look to the, look for like little signs. Look for the angel numbers. Look for the I'm getting on scattered wings. So, a lot of you are being looked over. A lot of you are being protected right now, in your season, as you're continuing to move. So trust the circumstances. You're moving with purpose. You're trusting your instincts. Look to the instructions, that a lot of you are like, well, need to sign, need to sign, need to sign. You're getting all of these signs, and a lot of you, it's in your dreams, it's in your thoughts, it's in what you are seeing. You're seeing great neon signs in front of you. They're telling you to move. Some of them are telling you to stay still and plan. Some of them are telling you to be bold and magnificent in your steps, and some people are still like, oh, need a sign, need a sign, so it's like, how many signs do you need until it's, until, I don't know, you can get signs from here to kingdom come, the world around you could be like, I don't know, on fire. So like, I need a sign, I need a sign. So just pay attention to those signs. If something is nudging you to move in a different direction in your life, go with it. You have to be able to instinctively trust the process, and and just go further ahead. And stop. You need peace. They say peace be still in your life. You don't have to be. Everything is not going to be right. Everything is not going to be perfect. For you as you're moving along. You're like, man, I really want to start this business, or I want to do X, Y, Z. I'm looking for a new job and a position in a new town. And, you're like, well, I don't have everything together, but something is pushing me and telling me to go now, And when you get those, when you get that inside of yourself, it is naturally time for you to move, and and like I said, you have to trust the process. That's where faith comes in. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to be able to see everything perfectly. But if you can, if you can feel it out, if you can dream it out, if you can sense it, then you can move forward, especially with the things in your life. Some of you need to throw away some things. When I say throw away some things, I mean throw away some people that are there, that are stopping you from your growth, stopping you from that's when if you caught me and I said earlier, beware of wolves in sheep's clothing, because people are going to have nefarious purposes, in your life. So beware of weighted anchors when you're trying to swim in the ocean, and you're barely treading yourself, and you got these people trying to grab your legs and bring you down. You got to kick them off. That's just what it is. It is at the point where where your survival should be kicking in. Something should be telling you something should be telling you, I want to live, and I want to live better. So it's just that those people around you, if they want to. If they want to go and rush into oncoming traffic, you got to let them get hit. That's just what it is. I don't mean, but, they say look both ways, but you be smart. You stand back and you survey the situation. You look both ways before crossing the street. But, they want to go run out there and do what they got to do. Some of you have a date with destiny. That is the important thing right now. And, when those frequencies start to shift and align in your life, when you really start to hear it and feel it and sense it. And, it's, for a lot of you, it's going to have, and I feel like this is for me too, it's going to have a flair for the dramatic, how it comes in. It's going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to slap you in the face, because, it's almost saying like, you should have been did this. You should have been moved on this opportunity, it's going to be like, we're waiting for you. And when you see it, and, and when you naturally walk into it, it's going to be a transformative type of a situation. Look forward to the seasonal changes that are coming. When things warm up, things are going to naturally start to heat up around you. So, your vision is going to start to increase, and speaking of increase, so look more for the increase that is in your life, because of you, because of the obedience that you have. And where there's obedience, there's abundance. See how this stuff lines up. it's like a mathematical equation. You have to do this to do that, add this to do that, then bring everything together, so yeah, man. But you have to trust to thrive in this situation. You have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in the season. You have to trust in your spiritual guides. You have to trust in your awareness. So you got to trust something. You got to stop doubting. That's the problem with people nowadays. Everybody, everybody is a doubter. You want everybody else to do the work for you, but this is the time for you to go out there and you have to prove it to yourself. This isn't about anybody else right now. This is about you and what is to come. So you have to unleash your potential. You have to unleash it. It's like if you're if you're walking your dog and if it's a safe space and the dog wants to get off the leash, sometimes you got to let the dog run, and roam just a little bit, you know what I mean? Just to go out there and get some exercise to see what's out there. A lot of you are you're too stagnant. You're too trusting in dead situations. A lot of you are living cemetery lives when you're still on the side and you're still breathing and you're wondering what's going on. To hit the payload, to hit pay dirt, sometimes you got to explore. Sometimes you got to go out there. Sometimes you have to seek what it is that you truly want. I don't know why I'm getting somebody's supposed to be either taking a trip or I think you're supposed to be moving to Vegas or moving like out west, somewhere. But anyway, so shifting circumstances, in your life, and also just stay rooted and stay grounded, in your beliefs and who you are. You have to remember the frequencies come in time. You feel things, you hear things, you sense them, you on your spiritual journey. But you have to understand your spiritual gifts are there to help you to elevate in your lives. So it's it is trials and tribulations. More trials than the tribulations. So if you want growth, sometimes you have to if you want real growth, sometimes you just got to believe and you have to let go of the dead weight, that's there. So it's not just you that wants to be blessed, but it's the spirits, your ancestors, God that is around you that wants, but you have to be able to, you have to just be able to move, take a leap of faith, step out, so to speak, and not, give up on who you are and where you're going, in your situation. And, some of us are walking with concrete boots and, like the old mafiosos used to say, it's like we're trying to swim with the fishes. Why? I don't know. But, that whatever it is that you want, if it's a change of income, a change of mindset, a change of health, and so change of health, a change of authority in your life. Just remember the authority. Remember that death and life is in the power of the tongue. That you have the ability to speak things. Things are done decently and in order. So, but always, fortune always favors the bold. In your life and how you're moving, what you're doing. And what you're seeking. So, you can't, this is, moving forward, this is going to be a time to be bold. So now it's the time to, get things going, for yourself, for what is to come, because, it looks like society is trying to force things to be open and look, feels like it's a little too soon. But, if let other people go out there and be the guinea pigs, first. So, that's how it goes, let those, they say a fool and their whatever is soon parted. So, let them go out and forfeit what they have. And then, once that's done, then you can go and move forward when it's safe. But yeah, man. So just remember, frequencies, how you're hearing also, the interpretations of, what is coming, what is, around, and what is surrounded, in your life. Gravity is here for a reason, so we don't float up into the atmosphere, so that you can't breathe. But the more you move, the lighter things are going to get, for you. So it is naturally about your fortitude and how you're being tested. But I can go on and on and on and on about this stuff. But thank you guys so much for joining me again. If you want to book your readings, just go to the link either on my Instagram or, in the comment section on YouTube. But as always, folks, I am Mr. Soul of a Man 504. Don't forget to go to www.tjinspires.com for all of your candles and holistic needs. We're doing a $20 candle challenge for the 5 best scents that we have. So, make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Get your candles again from www.tjinspires.com. So, but as always, folks, Soul of a Man, the mind over. As always, I'm out of this piece. Peace.